think it's obviously something that we need to look at, but I'm not going to overreact on it either.
A new study about Indiana's driver's education could lead to changes in state law. Good evening, I'm Jeff Smith.
And I'm Nicole Kahn. Thank you for joining us. The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles released the statistics in a state committee study session last week.
And now lawmakers and driving teachers alike are speaking up about the results. Kristen Majorano joined us now live from the Indiana All-Star Driving School in Lafayette. Kristen?
Jeff and Nicole, the study shows that drivers under the age of 18 who took a driver's education course were 4 times more likely to be in a crash than those who didn't. But some say they're not going to trust those numbers at face value.
My immediate reaction was that the statistic had to be skewed by some sort. I took a statistics course at Purdue many years ago and learned that in order to produce an accurate study, you need to incorporate all the variables.
And Indiana All-Star Driving School Regional Manager Jill Anderson says in this case some of the variables were missing, including factors like the age of the students when they get their permits. Those in driver's education get a 6-month head start, and the amount of time teen drivers spend behind the wheel. She says she's a firm believer in the benefits of driver's ed.
I believe that the more hours a student has logged, the safer a driver they're going to be.
While Anderson does believe that the study results are skewed, she says there are changes that could be made to state driver education laws.
Requiring them to hold their permit for a full year where they drive in all 4 seasons, things like that.
The more firsthand experience you can get behind a wheel and with an instructor that is there in the room physically with you, is the better off that you're going to be.
State Senator Ron Alting says he disagrees with lawmakers who are pushing for an internet-based driver's education system, though he thinks the study could be a sign that the state needs to make changes in driver's ed policy. He says he'd like to see more in-depth research before any drastic decision is made.
I'd like to see a 10-year study of what that statistic had to play in it. It would be interesting to see how far back we go on that. I think a lot of the problems in the concentration goes with probably cell phones and texting and certain things in that.
And Alting says that this study is definitely creating a stir in the State House, and he says there will probably be some changes made in driver's education policy once the General Assembly resumes in January. Kristen Majorano, News Channel 18.